Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. Ten minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday morning, the 5th day of May, 2026. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Bicklin. Thank you for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM right here in San Juan County, New Mexico. Up in Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at frequency 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to do that, streaming all the time, ksje.com, or maybe you're listening through the KSJE radio app. It's great to have you with us this morning, everybody. Also, welcome to the folks who are watching me right now. The video of this program is streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and to our YouTube channel. So welcome, everyone. Glad that you are with us. Coming up this morning, it is the first Tuesday of the month, and that's when we talk to a member of the San Juan Health Council on the program. And this month, it's P.A.T.H, People Assisting the Homeless. We'll get an update from P.A.T.H and their emergency shelter and all the other things they do in the community, which is numerous. So stay tuned for that conversation. It begins in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Later on, of course, this hour on Tuesdays, it's our Adopt a Pet Tuesday segment. That's when we'll talk to Amber Francisco from the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter, and she'll be here to talk about some of the pets available for adoption this week, including Dante. That is the good-looking pointer mix dog you see on the screen right there. We'll tell you more about him coming up later on this hour on KSJE. Next, of course, Mick Hess will be here roving with the arts. That's our weekday classical music program coming up at 9:06 right here. And don't forget, of course, if you're a podcast listener, KSJE publishes podcasts almost every day. You can subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Discover a new local program you may have missed. Or better yet, just download and connect with the KSJE radio app. It's available on the App Store and Google Play. You can listen live, get all of our podcasts right there, and much, much more. A great way to connect while you're on the go. Outside our studios at San Juan College this morning, it's 53 degrees at the moment under mostly cloudy skies. We're expecting a partly cloudy day today, but there is a 50% chance of showers in the forecast. Some breezy conditions this afternoon and also cooler weather as well. 61 for a high in Farmington today. Another 50% chance of showers overnight tonight with a low of 47. And again tomorrow, partly cloudy skies with 50% chance of showers on Wednesday and the high 57 on Wednesday. Things cool off and clear out Wednesday night with a low of 36. Sunshine returns on Thursday with a high of 66 degrees. It'll be sunny and 77 on Friday, back up to 80 with sunshine on Saturday, and overnight lows warming up to around 50 degrees. Back with my guest from P.A.T.H right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, your community hospital serving the Four Corners. With a 115-year history of improving the quality of life, health, and care of individuals and families throughout our region. When life happens, San Juan Regional Medical Center is here to serve everybody. Find out more at sanjuanregional.com. KSJE is supported by Riverfest New Mexico, flowing through time, May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Riverfest needs volunteers. You must be 16 years of age or older. Go online to sign up for one or more 2-hour shifts. Riverfest New Mexico, flowing through time, May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, along the Animas River in Farmington. Find out more online at riverfestnewmexico.com.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Bicklin Morning Program on KSJE.
Back in the studio this morning with my guest, as I mentioned, from P.A.T.H, People Assisting the Homeless. Leland is here this morning. He is the Assistant Director now for P.A.T.H. Good morning, and thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Good to have you here to talk all things that P.A.T.H is doing these days and how the program is going and the many other things that P.A.T.H does in the community. And so we were talking before we came on the air this morning about some policy changes and things like that, but the one thing is still the same, and that is that P.A.T.H is a great resource for folks who are experiencing homelessness in the community.
Absolutely.
And that's 100%. What the organization's been doing for decades.
Yes, I believe 43 years now.
It sounds about right.
Yes.
A long time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Probably before both of our times in Farmington, I would say. So, but a great resource. And so, tell me how things are going. There's a bit of a policy change, but the emergency shelter is still offering that place for folks, right?
Yes. So things are going pretty well. They're going steady, of course, as you can imagine. You know, we're one of the resources that is most needed, I believe, in San Juan County, dealing with individuals that are experiencing, homelessness. We do have a bit of a policy change from the last time we spoke. I believe we had the 30 days of the program were free. However, due to current financial situations, the cost of living and everything kind of rose, so we had to kind of do away with that. But we do offer the 10-day emergency stay, and that is 100% free. So any individuals experiencing being unhoused, or anyone finds themselves stranded, or just in a situation that their home is unlivable, whether they have no electricity, utilities, or if it's open to the elements, they do qualify for that 10-day emergency stay.
Got you.
But if you choose to, you're more than welcome to participate in the 90-day work program. But in order to do that, you have to have a established source of income, whether that be employment, whether you're receiving benefits such as TANF, Social Security, disability, veterans benefits, anything along those lines.
Okay. And I guess if someone comes to you and maybe doesn't have that right away, is that something they can maybe get in that first 10 days and then get into the program as well? And I know you probably have resources or can send them to places that can help them establish some of that income, yes? So that could be helpful too. And so that's really an important thing. And once they're in that 90-day program, how does that work then? Is it similar to how it was before?
Yes, it's very similar. So if you do not have an established source of income, we do offer the 30 days.
Right.
But keep in mind, we do have program
the 10 days.
fees. Yes.
The 10 days.
The 10 days.
Right.
But if you choose to go beyond the 10 days and you don't have an established source of income, you just come and talk to the case manager, and the case managers will let us know, and we work closely together. And we will offer you to establish a source of income, whether it be job searching, or you can start applying for benefits. But I do, advise that benefits take quite a while.
Sure.
Anywhere from 6 months to a couple years, it seems so.
Got it.
But yeah, normally we do work with you on that, and if you want to go out and job search, we encourage that. We require that.
Sure.
Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We require you to do 5 daily job searches.
Okay.
And, some of these residents, some of these clients, they're very good about it. I have met clients that have gotten jobs the day they come in.
Nice.
They've gotten jobs 2 days after they've come into our program. But, of course, there's those others that, might need a little bit more, a few days, but, it generally works.
Right. Well, I imagine for a lot of the folks who are going to P.A.T.H and really finding that shelter, right, once they know that they have a place to sleep tonight, that probably lets them start thinking about other things like getting a job and going on that interview and knowing that they can get up and take a shower and get ready to go for that interview or go talk to a potential employer. That's got to be a game changer for some of these people.
Absolutely. It's a good incentive, and it's good to know that they have stability in their lives. And a lot of the times that's what we're finding is that's what they're lacking.
Right.
Is that stability, structure, and P.A.T.H offers that with our program, and we're more than happy to help them along their way. But like we say, we can't do the work for you. You have to get on the ground running, so to speak. You've got to put the work in order to succeed.
Right. It's a saying that's been repeated a lot, and I think it still means a lot, though. It's more of a hand up than a hand out.
Exactly.
Is what you're talking about for those folks. And even for 10 days, I think to get that at least stability is certainly, again, life-changing for many folks. And so once that happens, and then they're maybe with your program for the longer period, the 90 days, right? Mm-hmm. What's involved with that? Because then now they're paying some money to P.A.T.H for the shelter and for the upkeep and meals that you provide, 3 meals a day and things like that. But also you're helping them to put money away, right?
Exactly. Okay, so we have what we call a resident savings plan, RSP for short. We love our abbreviations.
Right.
And what we do is generally we have a savings account, and we ask our clients whenever they come into a source of income, so when they get paid, when they receive their benefits on the 3rd, the 1st, and, what have you, we require them to place 50% of it into that savings. And it's totally 100% will go back to you. Once you leave the program, you phase out. If we have to exit you, we don't like doing that, but,
But it's money that the resident gets back at the end of their stay, whatever that is.
And the whole reason for the program, of course, is housing. That's our whole end goal. So our case managers just start discussing with them, getting them applied for HUD, doing surveys to see if they qualify for any other resources that are out there. And so it's a very good program. So that RSP does go back to them, and hopefully it goes towards their housing goals. So that's deposit, first month, hopefully last month's rent, because we do have a soft cap for the shelter of $1,500. And then as far as paying to stay, it's the program fees. So as we discussed earlier, the first 10 days are free because that's considered 10-day emergency stay.
Right.
But beyond that, if you choose to go through to the entire 90-day program, so there's going to be a program fee of $100 that covers day 11 through the 30th. And considering hotel prices, that's not bad. 20 days for $100.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
I mean, you could get
for a place to sleep and 3 meals.
3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Yes, showering facilities. We offer towels, bedding, all of that. So we have a lot of wonderful resources.
Okay.
And for the second month, if you choose to continue, it's $200 for the program fee, and then the third and final month is $300. And again, this money goes back into the program. It keeps the utilities going. It keeps the lights on. With the water running, it keeps food in the fridge. And it basically pays for upkeep as well.
Sure, very true. And even though it's early, my math tells me that's only about $30 a day for that third month, basically, of that 90-day program that you're offering for folks. So I think it's still a pretty good deal. And then in the meantime, the rest of their income, or at least half of it, is going into that savings account, as you mentioned, so that at the end of that 90 days, they probably have a pretty good bundle of money to go and make a deposit, first and last month's rent, whatever the case may be, if they're able to find some housing to make that next transition, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's amazing because this past, couple months, we've had clients who actually had more than $2,000 in their RSP.
Nice.
Which is, so amazing.
Maybe more than they've ever had at one time for these folks.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just surprised by, how it works. And we try to instill these skills and these life lessons into them, which sadly some of them don't really have.
Right. Sure. But nice that they're learning it from you and able to, again, use that money for that next step in their not being homeless and finding some permanent solutions to the issue. So that's important. But I imagine that there's a lot of folks in these economic times that are experiencing this, that could be experiencing this. So I imagine you're pretty full from day to day.
Well, it fluctuates like anything else. We see an influx around the end of the month because, a lot of the times most of our clients are on benefits.
Right.
So when it comes around to the end of the month, they kind of usually dwindle their whatever money they have.
Sure.
So we're a wonderful resource, to help with that, and we're more than glad to help with people in those situations.
Yeah, no, that's important too. And I know, go ahead.
We used to, like I said, it's getting warmer within the season, so we really we're not at capacity at the moment, but we're pretty close.
Okay. And so when it's colder, I imagine you're more at capacity. Is that what you're saying? Because in the summer or the warmer months, folks may decide to just sleep outside. or in a vehicle or something
yes.
like that, which we're aware of and we know happens in our community, even though we wish it wouldn't.
Yeah.
And so there's that going on as well. Now that's one part of P.A.T.H, of course, but the organization does so much more. And so I also want to talk about some of the other things that P.A.T.H does, one of which is daily bread, right?
Yes.
That's that. Again, it's a free meal once a day, 6 days
yes.
a week?
5 days a week.
5 days a week, thank you. And done right there at the shelter, but open to really anyone
in the
right?
community, yes.
Okay, and that's going well too?
Yes, it's going very well.
Okay, and that works out well. You're able to get some food, maybe working with the other, like the food kitchens and things like that, food banks, the Echo Food Bank, is that still working
yes.
very well?
We have Echo that is one of our partners. We get wonderful donations weekly from Target.
Nice.
So, and then we also have just citizens, just good Samaritans coming by, dropping off donations what they can. So we have a good influx of,
very
different
good
things, but we could always use more.
Okay, good point. So if folks want to make a donation, they can still do that too?
Yes.
And bring it over to the shelter?
P.A.T.H shelter, yes.
Okay. And it wasn't too long ago that you changed locations for Daily Bread.
Yes.
And so just a reminder that now that is being done at the shelter. Again, 5 days a week, that lunchtime meal.
Yeah, 11:30 to 12:30, Monday through Friday.
And it's designed to be kind of a hot meal, correct?
Yes. And the entrance is located on the west side of the building.
Okay. Very good. And we should mention to folks that, again, you're located at 520 Hydroplant Road. If folks aren't familiar where you are, but I hope that they are. And if they haven't seen the facility, it's a great facility. I consider it still the new shelter, but it's probably been open for a long time that I'm remembering. But it's a great place to be able to go and offer these services for the community. But that's where you are, over there on the kind of the south side of the river.
Yes.
Over on that part of town. So that's part of one other program that P.A.T.H offers. The other is your transitional apartment housing as well, right there on the property, yes?
Yes.
And that's going well too?
Yes, that's going very well. So once our clients who are excelling at the shelter program, we also offer them a transitional housing, which we have on site, which is 12 units, 1-bedroom apartments. And, we've kind of lowered barriers and allowed clients to have more access to that, and it's going quite well.
Good. Very good. And so that's another, I guess, step forward for these individuals to hopefully find more permanent housing, but this is a more longer range housing solution for them.
Yes.
But again, it's only 1 bedroom, so you can't house a bunch of people in that space. But it works for them. And so those are pretty full?
Yes, they're pretty full.
Gotcha.
So, we were able to house families of 4 at one point, families of 3, singles. So,
okay, but 4 is about the max?
Yeah.
That probably you can get in there?
Yeah, sadly, yes.
So I think that would make sense. And so with all that, again, P.A.T.H works on donations. It is a nonprofit organization. You've got some fundraisers coming up, of course, which helps to, again, keep these programs going and the maintenance of the shelters and the apartments and all the things that we are talking about. You've got a Navajo Taco Pasoli sale coming up, right?
Next Friday, yep, on the 15th.
Okay.
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., I believe.
All right. Very good. Right there at the shelter?
Yes, right in the shelter parking lot.
Okay.
So if you want to enjoy a nice hot Navajo taco and a nice bowl of pozole, just come on by and kind of browse, because we're going to have a yard sale as well. So we're asking all staff to kind of bring, whatever treasures or valuables that we're willing to part with.
Okay, nice. Very good. The lunch is $10 for folks, and they can pay cash or card. It sounds like you're ready for all possibilities.
Exactly.
And so that's one of the fundraisers. The other big one I know is in the fall, and we're talking about that, the Chocolate Affair fundraiser, right?
Dia de los Muertos Gala event. So I believe this will be our 3rd year having it, hosting that specific theme.
Right.
And it is scheduled for November 7th at Elks Lodge.
All right. Coming up in the fall. And that's always a real popular event too, I know, with folks to get dressed up and then to eat desserts.
Yes, it's getting bigger and better every year.
Right. Right? Who wouldn't want to do that? So that's another great thing to keep an eye out for. And I know the way to do that, to stay connected to P.A.T.H and some of the things you guys are doing, is Facebook page is probably a good way to do that.
Yeah, it's another wonderful resource. Just be sure to add us on Facebook.
Right, right.
And follow us.
Nice, very good. And so with you and your new position as Associate Director, what are some of the other things that you're working on in your line of work? Is there some other things that keep you busy every day?
Yes, it never ends. I'm helping with grants, because we do have a new interim director, Amanda Arenas now. She recently got married.
Okay.
So happy for her. And she was been in the program for, I'm not really sure. She's been in and out, but she's a wonderful person, and she kind of stepped up, and she's doing a wonderful job, applying for grants.
Right.
So that's one of the major things that we're doing, because that's one of the issues we're always facing is funding. And as you know, being able to house 80 plus people in a shelter, it costs a lot.
Sure.
But we don't want to put that burden on our clients, so we go out and try to get as many grants as we can. So it is that season where we're applying for grants at the moment.
Got it. Very good.
Then we also rely on our fundraising events,
right,
which have been doing pretty well. But again, we really appreciate your support, and if you could come out and donate whatever you can. And we also have private citizens, Good Samaritans, just donating what they can.
Yeah, of course. That's great. And again, as you talked about that, the building and things like that, I mean, we talk about a building that can house 80 people, that's a big, significant sized building. And so it has those big building issues too when it comes to maintenance and things like that. Anybody who owns property knows those types of things, plus an apartment building next door and things like that. So that's what we're talking about for funding and things like that. And also trying to keep the fees low enough, as we were talking about, so your clients can come in and afford to stay if they want to stay longer, and then still have money to put away, as we were talking about, in those savings accounts, so that they, when they are ready to leave, they have a nice little bundle of money to take with them for that deposit or that first month's rent or first, last, and whatever and security deposit needs to be. So
Absolutely.
That's what you're trying to do.
So some of the amenities we have for the clients is, shelter. We offer bedding, towels, hygiene. We have on-site laundry, which is free to our clients.
Right.
So 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
So.
And again, you're a shelter that can provide shelter for families.
For women, children, men, yes,
all of it. So when they come, you can deal with all those different types of scenarios.
Yes,
which is another important part of it. So very good. Well, great. Well, Leland, thanks for coming in this morning and
no problem.
Visiting with me about the P.A.T.H and the shelter and daily bread and, of course, the transitional housing and all the other things that P.A.T.H does in the community. I know you're also part of the Health Council, and so that's helpful to meet with others every month and hear what's going on.
Yeah, it gives us a chance to coordinate and maybe work together and develop more strategies, more plans. Because we're all about the community and helping those within the community. Yeah,
very true. And so for folks who are listening right now, if they want to help out P.A.T.H, what's the best way to do that, whether monetarily or with donations or things like that?
All of the above.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And so, but if they want to bring a donation by, they can do that at the shelter?
Yes. And we prefer checks or money orders.
That's the best way to do that.
If you choose to do a monetary donation.
Okay.
And then we do TFAP, so canned goods, dry goods, stuff that will have a good shelf life.
All those things that can stick around for a while. Okay. Very good. Well, Leland, Nolan, thank you for coming in this morning. Great to visit with you. Thanks for the work that you all do at P.A.T.H.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. My guest this morning, representing the San Juan Health Council with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.